Maybe you are sitting on your porch right now in a small town in the Midwest, or perhaps in a quiet apartment overlooking a park in London. The late afternoon breeze carries a slight chill, and you instinctively pull your warm wool cardigan a little tighter around your shoulders. It is one of those moments where the noise of the world seems to retreat, leaving space for a soft, nameless melancholy. You look at your hands, the hands that drove thousands of miles to take children to school, that typed on keyboards for decades in busy offices, that tended gardens and cooked countless Sunday dinners. Now they might tremble just a little. And in that stillness, a thought arises. Have I done enough? Will my legacy vanish once I am no longer here? Perhaps you feel a flicker of regret for a business decision made at 40, an old argument with a spouse who has already crossed over, or a youthful dream you set aside to put bread on the table. That heavy feeling of being unfinished is a silent burden many carry alone after 70. If you are carrying that weight today, this video was made specifically for you. Welcome to Buddha's path to peace. I am your companion on this journey. Today, we are going to use the light of Buddhist wisdom to illuminate the dark corners of regret, to show you that, even in the cracks of time, your life is already a complete and beautiful masterpiece. In the West, we are taught to always be doing, to always be producing, to always be successful. So, as the evening of life approaches, and our health no longer allows us to run the race, it's easy to feel as though we've been pushed to the sidelines. You might feel lonely in your own home. Your children are busy with careers in New York or Toronto. Old friends are fewer now. Sometimes you look in the mirror and don't quite recognize the person looking back. I want to tell you, sorrow for the time that has passed is not a sign of weakness. It is the mark of a heart that has loved deeply. Buddhism does not ask you to get over that pain. We don't have to pretend everything is perfect. Instead, we learn how to sit with it. Grief, this sorrow, is simply another form of love. You are sad because you cherish this life. You feel regret because you truly cared. Let me give this feeling a name for you. It is the sunset wisdom. The sunset is not sad because the day is ending. It is magnificent because it is the summation of every ray of light that shone in the hours before. You don't need to do one more thing to make your life meaningful. Your life is not a checklist of chores to be completed. It is an experience to be witnessed. Now, let us delve into the 8 core lessons the Buddha left for those of us walking the final stretch of the path. Lesson 1. Completeness in the now. We often think of legacy as something massive left behind after we are gone. But the Buddha taught that legacy is created right now. The way you brew a cup of tea, the way you tend to an orchid on your windowsill, that is completeness. If you are at peace in this moment, your life is a success. Lesson 2. Accepting Anicca impermanence. Everything changes. Your body, your family, the world. Instead of fighting it, see it as the law of the seasons. Autumn does not fight summer, it simply makes room. Lesson 3. Forgiving your old self. The person you were 30 years ago did the best they could with what they knew at the time. Do not use the wisdom of 70 to judge the innocence of 20. Hug that younger version of you and say, "Thank you for getting me here." Lesson 4. The wealth of compassion. The greatest legacy is the kindness you sowed. Remember when you helped a neighbor with their fence? Or when you patiently listened to your child's heartbreak? Those seeds sprouted in their souls and will live on forever. Lesson 5. Releasing control. We worry about our children or the future of the world. Buddha taught, everyone owns their own karma. You gave them wings, now let them fly. Your letting go is the final gift of trust. Lesson 6. Cherishing the silence. Loneliness and solitude are different. Loneliness is the lack of others. Solitude is the fullness of yourself. Old age is the only time you can finally meet yourself without distraction. Lesson 7. Fearlessness of passing. Death is like taking off an old, worn-out coat to put on a lighter one. Your energy is never lost. It only transforms. Lesson 8. Gratitude as the key to heaven. Be grateful even for the pain, for it carved the depth you have today. Let me tell you a story about a woman named Martha, who lived in rural Canada. Martha was over 80. Her whole life had been spent as a devoted teacher. In her later years, she lived alone in a drafty wooden house. Martha had an obsession. She felt she hadn't done anything grand. She hadn't written books, her name wasn't on any buildings, and her children lived far away. She would look at her apple trees, which were aging and bearing less fruit, and sigh, "My life is like these trees, fading away without a trace." One day, a young man visited her. He was a successful architect from the city. He took her hand and said, "Martha, do you remember 20 years ago, when I was a troublesome orphan in your class? You didn't yell at me. You just put your hand on my shoulder and said, 'You have eyes that see beauty. Use them to build instead of destroy.'" The young man pointed to the sketches of the buildings he had designed and said, "In every brick I lay, your words are there. You didn't build the houses, but you built the builder." Martha was stunned. She realized her legacy wasn't in what she owned, but in what she had sown in the spirits of others. Those seeds can take decades to grow, and we may never see them bloom, but they are truly there. And you, how many builders are walking the earth today, carrying a piece of your soul? How many meals did you cook that became the strength for someone else's struggle? How many of your quiet comforts are still echoing in someone's mind during their darkest hour? You are not anonymous. You are the source of infinite ripples of goodness. I know there are nights you lie awake, facing the emptiness of the other side of the bed, or the haunting silence of the telephone. You ask, why does it have to end like this? Listen to me. Buddhist wisdom says, perfection is not the absence of flaws. Perfection is when everything follows its natural law. You are allowed to be sad about those who went before you. But don't be sad that they left smile because they came. Your relationship with them isn't lost. It has simply moved from a physical form to a spiritual memory. Grief wants to tell you, you have loved so much. And that is the only success that truly matters in this world. Remember these 3 things whenever your heart feels heavy. You have fulfilled your mission. You brought yourself through 70 or 80 years of a chaotic world. That is a miracle. You don't need to be right everywhere. Your mistakes are lessons for others. Even your failures are a contribution to human wisdom. You are in the flow of the universe. You are never abandoned. Every atom in your body belongs to the stars. You are simply returning home. I invite you now to a short practice. Sit comfortably in your chair. Relax your shoulders. Soften your brow. Inhale deeply, feeling the air fill your lungs. And exhale, letting go of all tension. Imagine a large white lotus flower in front of you. Each petal represents a decade you have lived. The first petal, innocent childhood. The second, vibrant youth. The third and fourth, years of labor and raising family. The fifth and sixth, maturity and loss. Look at the whole flower. Some petals might be a bit withered. Some may have scars from the wind. But do you see? The entire flower still gives off a gentle fragrance. Say to yourself, I accept this flower. I am grateful for this journey. I am whole. I am at peace. Hold this feeling in your heart as you gently open your eyes. We have traveled a long way together in our thoughts today. I hope your heart feels a little lighter now. Remember the river from the beginning. The river doesn't worry about when it will hit the sea. It just flows. And so should you. Just flow in the peace of these days. Your life is not a problem to be solved. It is a poem to be recited. And your poem has a beautiful ending starting right now. If this video touched your heart, please leave a message in the comments. It could just be the word peace, or something you are grateful for today. Your words are how we connect as kindred spirits across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to Buddha's Path to Peace so we can meet again next week. Our next video will be on a vital topic: how to find joy in solitude, finding happiness in the quiet of our later years. May you have a restful sleep and a heart full of light. Good night, and may peace be with you.